Are you reading Lady Killer?
If not, you should be.
Oh, to do what?
Lady Killer is our latest read by what publisher is it?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Comics that you never read.
I read Dark Horse.
Harrow County.
Yeah.
That's it. Wait, no, that's not even Dark. Is it Dark Horse?
Fowl was Dark Horse. There's a lot of things that are Dark Horse.
Anyhow,
this is trying to call me a poser.
You're probably not reading Lady Killer, let's just be honest, and you should be, because it's literally tailor-made for us in terms of it is a complicated female character, and the creative team is all female, and it's got lots of blood and gore for me. So that's why you should be reading Lady Killer. Female team. Who is it?
Joelle Jones and Michelle
Madsen.
Madsen.
Joelle Jones wrote and illustrated Lady Killer, and Michelle Madsen does colors. So, what do we have to say about the writing?
So for the writing, I felt that they did a very good job in distinguishing their characters and their voices, even though Joelle Jones is mostly, not Joelle Jones, I'm sorry.
Josie.
Josie. See, they all have J names. J names are the best names. Josie does the most of the storytelling here. She's telling
It's about her. The
Yeah.
story is about her and all the cool things that she does. But I think where this comic really does the best is in its art. It's just totally impeccable in terms of just the style of it, the depth of the colors, and it's just I just like it a lot.
The colors really do stand out for me, because I really like how they kind of use the same colors from the same era, because it's supposed to be like 60s, 70s.
Mid-century, yes.
Yeah.
And Florida setting. And all of all the details within each panel, it's just, it stands out. Every single thing stands out, and you actually don't even get lost in the detail of everything.
Right.
Because of how well illustrated it is. And you just, there's such little things. You even pointed out something, there's like a boobie mug.
Oh, yeah. In the police precinct. There's a scene in a police precinct, and on the desk of someone's desk, there's a bug. There's a mug with a lady.
Well, it is
figure.
a bug. It's a boobie mug, so it's a bug.
It's a bug. Boobie mugs.
So going back to the depth of the colors, I think what I like the most about this, even though it is an extremely gory, because it is really gory, in terms of the kill scenes and everything, but you don't. It's not untasteful in terms of how much blood, because the blood is never red in the actual panels.
No, it's not. That's true.
It's always black. The blood is always black. So it just adds this depth to the panels and
this darkness.
Oh yeah, the darkness behind just the death.
Whenever I, there's the scene where she's killing someone, it's not as, I don't know, it doesn't like hit me as like, oh god, this is like cruel and violent.
Exactly.
It still has a very light-hearted feel to it.
Because it's like, it takes on this humor and like dark satire type of tone, and that's going back to the writing. It's just dark, but in a funny way.
It's kind of like Dexter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the female Dexter, essentially, in mid-century Florida.
Well, she stands out on her own, but that comes to mind in terms of tone, how Dexter was still, but even though there were some really dark moments of Dexter, for the most part, like, you didn't like feel for the characters he was killing.
Yeah.
And this is the same.
You're rooting for the
thought
anti-hero. Yes. It's easy to root for the anti-hero. Well, for me, I'm always rooting for the anti-hero. But going back to, it's the plot is really simple. I think that the plot is, it's good that it's simple, because if it was overly complicated, I think that all the detail in the art and the overcomplication of the story would probably make it not that good of a read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's not cerebral or hard to understand.
So where
that's
it's
what you mean.
Yeah, because where it's lacking in twists and in like turns of like other stories that we read, this makes up for.
Yeah, it's very easy to follow. You're not going to get lost reading Lady Killers. That's how like cinematically great it looks. Is that you feel like you're watching a movie or a TV show or something. But no, definitely the plot follows kind of like your business, your work kind of interferes with your personal life, and that's, you know, kind of what this story arc is.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna give it away.
Oh, you mean the plot of... Oh, I got you. Sorry. I thought you were describing or using like a metaphor for it, and I didn't get that. We were talking about Josie before, and so that's the main character of Lady Killer. Josie Schuller? Schuller. And what do you think about Josie?
I think she's pretty badass.
I admire her.
Like, very, like... She's just so cool.
She is cool.
She has just, like, this air about her that's, like, no sweat, I got it. You know? But she's not, like, too cool for school, like, to, you know, go to a boss's pool party or something like that.
Yeah. So we didn't read the first Lady Killer, but that is totally okay. Like, you don't... some people might say you should, but we just read Lady Killer 2, not reading the first issues, and... We got it. We got who Josie was right from the beginning.
Yeah, I got it because I read the 4th issue first.
Yep.
Instead of the first issue.
Because you had to read the 4th issue first.
Like, oh wow, they're doing like a Tarantino kind of thing.
No.
But no, I would attribute that to the writing of how well everything gets explained and it doesn't like feel like it's being redundant. Or anything like that.
Actually, I didn't even talk about which panel was my favorite. I'm not going to ruin the story because we don't ruin the story. But this is from the first issue, and this one's my favorite panel. I actually read this on a computer, so I got to see this was the very first thing that I saw of Lady Killer, and just this panel right here with the blood and just, yes, kill him. Kill this dude in the car. We read 1 through 4. Hopefully we find out what goes on in the 5th one, which is going to be the last one of this... What did you call it? A mini-series?
Yeah, this is the second series of...
The second series of Lady Killer.
Season.
The season. Which I really appreciate that publication format, because I feel like if it were continuous...
It'd be a lot to catch up on. You wouldn't be
because I feel like it would kind of get boring. It's because the story is so simple.
Well, so now it's so simple, but I feel like if they did it like more publications, they would have a longer story arc and it would probably be a little bit more nuanced.
I'd rather it be like this, like 5 issues at a time, because then it's like you're refreshed. It'll be a refreshing to come back to it again as Lady Killer 3. Yeah, it's new
again. No, I appreciate that too, because when new comics start, you're just kind of like Saga. I started with Saga, and then I just like couldn't. There's just so many of them now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, there's no way I can catch up.
No, there isn't.
You know, and it's not like you could just, you know, start fresh and new again and like go back into it, because it's just like so much going on. So I appreciate that. But there's also in the rebirths, there's a lot of like different story arcs, so you could start on a new DC story arc. Rebirths? Yeah. Okay. A lot of the issues have like they'll name it and there'll be like 1 of 3, and then you can just jump on for those 3 and still get what's going on, and then because it's a whole new story essentially, but the same character.
Gotcha. If there's no blood, I don't want to read it.
Okay.
So, Lady Killer 2, I think overall is extremely entertaining. Just because it does, like we kind of were talking about it as if it were a movie or like a TV show, because that's what it feels like. And
it hits all those beats. And I'm like really excited for number 5, because I still have a lot of questions, and these episodes, these issues are a little bit longer, I feel, than like your normal issue, but I still feel like, I don't know, it's going to be a lot to wrap up unless they, you know, carry it over into the 3rd season.
Not season.
Series.
Well,
Reissuing.
number 5 will be coming out on June 21st, 2017.
So, 2
And,
months about.
Yeah, so in 2 months, so you have enough time to catch up 1 through 4. Really light reading, so you'll be able to do it. And then Joelle Jones, maybe you'll want to come meet us one day because we think you're kick-ass. You do an awesome job with Lady Killer. So for me, honestly, I would rate Lady Killer an 8 out of 8 pizza slices.
Whoa.
Because of the art. Like, it's just that good.
I'd give it an 8 out of 8. There's nothing that was left to be desired for me. I was entertained. It went by pretty quickly. The artwork was very clear and beautiful to look at. And the writing was good.
So, that's it for Lady Killer, right?
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think of Lady Killer if you're looking to catch up. And what is it called? What is that called? The
What?
different series. When it starts and it stops and then it's another one. Like we were talking about.
Oh. We'll
Do
just
you
keep
guys
call it
know what
second
it's called?
season.
Let us know. Let us know what that's called.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
What?
It is a mini-series.
So we're out. Let's start a fire.
Bye.